Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today for you guys is another LEGO Marvel's Avengers video. Today we're tackling, well, I guess two topics in one video. Today we're tackling the Wandavision TV show, which is why I'm playing as Wanda in Vision, and also the new Avengers game and comparing that to this one. So I'm probably going to have, or I'm definitely going to have the WandaVision trailer in the description below. So if you're going to want to check it out, it's about a minute and 20 seconds-ish, minute 21, and it looks good. It looks very confusing. I haven't been keeping up too badly with it. This is just kind of my first impressions. Of course, you guys know, I absolutely freaking adore Marvel and DC, but I'm more of a Star Wars guy, just by like one margin. But I still keep up with the MCU. I love it to death, and I'm excited for the show. However, like I said, it does look extremely strange. You know what I mean? Like it's got like a really old-fashioned type of like TV feel, and then it's got like a modern action and a comedy. It's like everything in one. It's really strange. And you know, this is just the MCU doing something different. You know, it's nothing too crazy to. Too crazy. Coulson keeps frickin' talking. So let's try to... I guess we'll go here and do this random crime. Again, it doesn't look bad. It just looks kind of strange. It's good that they're trying something new. And I'm not sure if it takes place before or after Endgame. I know that Vision has a stone. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to affect that. But at the same time, I am really looking forward to seeing what happens in the show. You know what I mean? But because it's trying to be all these different weird genres, and it's, you know, what is it? You know, is it an action? Is it a comedy? If you guys have any idea as to what's going on in this show, again, maybe I'm missing something, but from what I've seen, it's not like the most craziest of the lowdowns, if you know what I mean. But it still should be really fun. Again, we're going to get Wanda and Scarlet Witch in one show. Kind of cool, building on their relationship, and I'm looking forward to it. Albeit, like I said, it does look a bit strange. Not bad, just art housey strange. You know what I mean? Time-bending stuff, and maybe, you know, it is connected to the canon MCU, so maybe they're going to have something in this show that kind of pertains to the movies, kind of like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did. But who knows? You know what I mean? It looks fun, and it is coming out on Disney Plus exclusively sometime this year. I'm not quite sure when. I will be giving you guys some updates on that. And, of course, the Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki. All this stuff looks really cool and awesome, and I cannot wait for WandaVision. It looks fun. Again, I'm more looking forward to The Mandalorian Season 2. As you guys know, The Mandalorian is not my favorite Star Wars show. I think it's pretty flawless, but compared to the Clone Wars, Rebels, and even Resistance, it's not as good. That's just my opinion, but I still cannot wait for Season 2. And WandaVision looks no different. The MCU, it's technically the first show in the MCU, kind of like how, I guess, the Clone Wars was in canon. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. You know, tell me your thoughts on WandaVision in the comments. Do you think it looks good? Are you kind of out of it? See, my thing with the MCU is that I think the MCU, as much as I loved it, I really think it should have ended with Avengers Endgame. Because it was really, the MCU really was the story from Iron Man 1 to Avengers Endgame. And now that they're doing Spider-Man Far From Home, and they're doing freaking Eternals and this Disney Plus show, I don't hate it. You know what I mean? I think that it's great that they keep expanding the MCU. But I feel like... I don't know, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm alone in that, but I feel like they should have maybe stopped at Endgame just to keep that. Because the moment you do time travel and these shows, you know, there's so many things. Star Wars canon is all very in the one thing, and to me it's not as confusing. But Marvel has so many things in it where you're like, okay, is that part of that? And what's, you know, because you have the X-Men stuff now, part of Disney, Deadpool, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, Venom, it's a whole thing. So hopefully they don't F this up and make it really confusing for fans, you know. But it looks good. That's my gist. You know what I mean? I have the quite lowdown. I don't know who the villain is. I know there's some dude freaking out at the dinner table. You know, it's weird as hell, man. I don't know what's going on. But it looks like a fun show. It looks kind of more lighthearted than before, than really anything Marvel has been putting out. I think the most lighthearted thing they did was maybe Ant-Man and the Wasp. Or maybe Guardians 1. But, you know, not super lighthearted. But, I don't know. It's kind of hard to strike that balance. But, again... I thought I'd be playing LEGO Marvel's Avengers, playing as Wanda and Vision, and just kind of showing you guys just my excitement, because I really do think that hopefully this works, because they have a lot of shows pegged on the MCU, they really do, and for this one to fail, and no one like it, that would suck, you know what I mean? I have a feeling it's going to be good. A lot of people have the MCU very well founded and very well received. I know a lot of people didn't like the sequels and anything Disney put out for Star Wars, but I do. I think the sequels are the best content for Star Wars, and you know me, all Star Wars is good. I love it all the same. It's all perfect in my opinion. I don't think all Marvel is good. There are some things about Marvel I don't like, but for the most part, you know, I'm not a hater on Marvel. I think it's easily my third favorite franchise. The first two would be Ninjago and Star Wars, then Marvel, then DC, then a bunch of other stuff. Harry Potter, Jurassic Park, Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm going to end this part on Wandavision, so if you just want to talk about Wandavision, you can leave after this sentence or two here, and I'm going to be moving on to the next topic of this video. But hey, I'm really looking forward to WandaVision. I think it'll be fun, if not kind of strange, addition to the MCU canon, but hey, I'm excited nonetheless. So, now we're going to transition on to a bit of a somewhat controversial topic, maybe, and that is the new Avengers game, or just titled Marvel's The Avengers, and that is officially out now on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and I believe that might be it. PC. I don't think it's on Switch. But man, it looked. See, here's the problem with this game. Is that it looked really good. I was excited because I've played PS4 Spider-Man, and I'm like, oh man, Spider-Man's a great open world game. You know, it's amazing. Miles Morales looks good, coming out. I believe this November on PS4 and PS5. That looks good too. Of course, we had Lego Marvel Superheroes, Lego Marvel's Avengers this game, and then Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. I did not play the Deadpool game or any of the X-Men games, but that's the gist of what I played, and I was really looking forward to the Avengers game. You know, it's a non-Lego Avengers game where, you know, after playing Spider-Man PS4, I'm like, oh, they're gonna kill it. You know, they're gonna knock it out of the park. And Jesus, I really am here to say that I have not played Marvel's Avengers, so this is me without playing this game. Okay, so don't be harsh on me. This is just my impressions of this game without technically playing it. So that's that. I don't want to sit here and be, oh, I played the game and it's horse crap, you know, because I didn't play this game. But from seeing it and from really studying the gameplay and looking at a few of the reviews, and you guys know me, I don't trust reviews for anything. I say watch it, play it yourself. So I'm kind of going against what I'm saying here. But in terms of just for topic sake of this video, every Marvel game I played has been fantastic. I mean, speechlessly fantastic. And seeing this game, oh my god, you know, you got Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Kamala Khan, so many people. Apparently they're adding Spider-Man. Only on PS4, because, you know, Xbox. But in hindsight, the Avengers game should not have failed, because Spider-Man didn't fail. And everyone likes the Lego games, but there are some people that, oh, Lego games are for children, when they're not. They're for all ages. And, oh my god, Marvel's for dummies. Well, that's just false. So, realistically, for the non-haters, this game should have been a badass experience, like Spider-Man and like these Lego games. And just from seeing the Avengers game, it has microtransactions. It has a lot of campaign content, but it doesn't look very engaging. The combat looks better than this Lego game, but still kind of wonky. The animation looks kind of weird. The fact that you have these really strange free roam elements where it's technically a free roam, but it's not, because technically what I'm doing here is free roam in a big open area with nothing to do. No objective, just roam around. There's some side quests here and there, and I did all the main quests, but at this point in this game in LEGO Marvel's Avengers, I can just freely roam around as any character I want. And that's not present in the Avengers in the game, the non-LEGO one, because every time you, from what I've seen, every time you want to free roam as Captain America or Hulk, you gotta do something first. And, you know, it'll say, beat up that guy or kill MODOK, and you're out here going, no, screw that, I'm just gonna roam around. So, technically, it's not free roam. As much as I hate saying that, that is true. You can freely roam around an area, but again, it's a completely different experience. It's not that good. You have like 6 or 7 characters compared to over 200. How many here? 196. So basically 200 characters, and that's not even counting the DLC content. Not excluding this massive open world of New York. How do I pull the map up? I don't know how. I don't know how to pull up the map. I don't know how to do that. Anyway, it's a really big thing, and it's crazy that you have this Avengers game that really shouldn't have failed. And then you see it, and you're like, there's so many things wrong with it. The game released broken. So many games released broken, and that's such a bad thing. Because you look at, the Avengers game, apparently they had a patch with over 1,000 bug fixes, and it's like, what the hell is Square Enix thinking? What the heck is wrong with them? Because they get this environment thinking where you're like, okay, why is that happening? Why do they have such a massive open world game and literally flunk at making it? You know what I mean? There's over 1,000 things wrong with it. Instead of, I don't know, releasing it early to get a crap ton of money, because you know it's going to sell. It's a Marvel game, and it's titled The Avengers. Just, I don't know, freaking wait a bit and polish the darn game off before you release it. Oh, but wait. They're money-hungry buggers, that's right. But then you look at this game, LEGO Marvel's Avengers. People complain, oh, it has glitches. I have not experienced one crash, one glitch, nothing in this entire game. I've had it since 2016. There's nothing wrong with this game. I think it is a flawless game. TT Games or Traveler's Tales clearly care about Marvel, unlike Square Enix. They clearly care about making a quality game, unlike Square Enix. And there are some people that like the Avengers game. I bet if I played it, I'd enjoy it. But in hindsight, the fact that they're making us pay for things and it's a skill-based game and there's no real free roam, the list goes on, man. It's just a downgraded version of this game, LEGO Marvel's The Avengers. This game has over, let me see here. It's got over 200 characters. It's got tons of collectibles. It's got Stan Lee in the game. You can play as Stan Lee, for God's sake. I mean, look at that. You can play as freaking Stan Lee. Look at all these characters. You've got Season Pass. You've got Spider-Man from the Civil War movie. I mean, the list goes on of all the things you can do. You can then explore this massive open world of New York, do side quests, do unlimited, areas of the game where people in peril. You can take the Quinjet right here and go to space. And yeah, there's kind of a mission log like this in the Avengers, but this is bigger. You've got the campaign that you can replay in free play and in story mode all over again with collectibles. You then have that, like I said, huge Manhattan open world. You also have other areas based on the MCU, so you can go to Sokovia. And they're not as big as Manhattan, but they do the job done. You have Classic Black Panther, which is a DLC mission. You can go to South Africa as a hub world. And you can go to Asgard. Let's see here. What else can you do? You go to Barton's Farm. Manhattan. So here's Manhattan. You know what I mean? You can get Shield Base, Washington, D.C., Malibu. There are so many areas in this game. Like, here, I'll go to, I don't know, I'll go to, we'll go to Malibu. How about that? You can literally travel to different areas pretty much quickly. And Avengers, you have broken controls, pretty much jacked up combat. This game released finished. And yeah, no game is without one or two of its glitches and hiccups, but this game came out finished. So if you're really on the fence of buying Avengers, I would honestly say watch the gameplay like I did, because I am 100% turned off by this experience. I loved Spider-Man, and Miles Morales looks great, but if you're really against the LEGO games and you're kind of one of those LEGO game haters, honestly, don't be. Because upon playing this game is 100 times better than the Avengers game, and I didn't even play it. Just from looking at it. Why would I want to play a broken game with just the title Avengers when you could play a LEGO experience, which is fun for all ages, a comedic game that actually isn't, really dumb comedy like the Avengers game. They try to be funny and it just falls flat. This game actually has good comedy because TT Games knows how to make its audience laugh. They have good voice acting. I can go on and on about LEGO Marvel's The Avengers and what's 10 times better than the Avengers game that's right now. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I would say it's bad because I've been saying this for years. LEGO games are the best games in the market. They make the best Marvel games, the best DC games, the best Star Wars games for the most part. I do think Battlefront's really good and Jedi Fallen Order. Best Harry Potter games until Hogwarts. We don't know yet. But for the most part, TT Games makes the best games in the market. Why would I want to play Avengers, which is broken and really jacked up and 1,000 things wrong with it on day one, to buying this, which is very you could buy the Avengers for $60, or you could buy Lego Marvel's Avengers on a sale for like 20 or 30 or 15 and have a great AAA experience. So I'm not trying to break your immersion and say the Avengers game is shit and you don't need to buy it, because again, I haven't played it. I might enjoy it, but I'm not going to buy it, and I'm not going to play it because of all the things wrong with it. Why would I support a game where it's broken? You know, why would I support a game where you have to pay for things? And it's just really weird. You know, I mean, like I said, the moral of this video is that Avengers should have been a huge success story for Marvel, but it kind of fell flat on their face because of studio interference. We don't really know. This game took time and effort. Where's Stan Lee? Is Stan Lee in this cave? Still, though, you know what I mean? I've been playing this game forever, and you can redo the missions. You can... Ooh, purple stud. Gimme. You can replay open world areas. Look at this. This is bigger than basically any area in any of the Avenger levels. And this isn't a huge hub. Some of the LEGO games have bigger hub worlds. But combine these hubs with Manhattan and 200 characters, good collectibles that reward you, you know, in a well manner.
Hey, you're not busy, are you?
Good voice acting. You know what I mean? Ripping dialogue from the MCU movies and taking actors from the MCU. It's just a better experience. And if you've never played a LEGO game, all the haters are going to say, oh, every LEGO game plays the same. That is completely false. Do not believe them. I've been playing every LEGO game since 2007, and let me tell you that every single LEGO game plays the same, because it's a LEGO game, just like every Call of Duty plays the same, or every FIFA or racing game. But they all have different things about them that make them feel slightly different and unique and worth buying. And this game, LEGO Marvel's Avengers, is well worth your time, far more than Avengers, and I haven't even played Avengers. That just goes to show you how I feel, you know what I mean? I would never buy the Avengers game, and I feel really bad saying that, because I wanted to buy it. But it's to this point where it's like, you know, why do I support just like Call of Duty, you know what I mean? If Black Ops Cold War releases on my birthday without offline bots, I am 100% done with the Call of Duty franchise, because as soon as they ignore the offline crowd is the day they stop caring. And that, you know, it's the same thing here. Why would I want to buy the Avengers game if they treat our fans like we're idiots? You know what I mean? Oh, they'll buy it because it's an Avenger game. We'll fix it down the line. You know what I mean? No. Buy LEGO Marvel's Avengers. This game is well worth your time. It's fun. It's funny. It's addicting for all ages. And it's well worth your time. Far more than the Avengers game. Again, maybe if I played Avengers, I'd like it different. But I'm not going to play it. I'm not ever going to play it. If you guys have played Avengers, tell me your opinion, because I'd love to know. Again, if you're on the fence, just get LEGO Marvel's Avengers. It's better. Trust me. Just trust me on that. It's 10 times better. I'm going to end the video here. We talked about WandaVision, and we talked about LEGO Marvel's Avengers compared to the Avengers, and I hope you guys enjoyed all of that. So again, I don't mean to rag on the people that made this game, and again, I never played Avengers, but I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? I've just been completely destroyed by the experience only because this is a better game. You know what I mean? It just is. I'm sure people are going to like it. I'm sure I might like it. But again, all this stuff that's wrong with it, I'm not supporting it. So thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I tried not to be too negative, but I just wanted to kind of compare a good AAA game to a kind of rushed and bad and mediocre AAA game. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Whoop-pa! Booyah.